Yo, Shaq, take the pants off, bro.
What?
Dude, take the pants off, bro.
I'm not taking off my pants.
Zeke!
I got him.
Hey, yo, get the pants,
pants
bro.
off.
Get the pants.
Take the pants
Get
off,
the
kid.
pants. I can't get the pants.
Get the pants, Kenny.
They're not coming off. Get the pants. He's wearing Calvin Klein.
Bitch, get the pants.
Oh, we got the pants. Welcome inside our studios here at Studio J. It's Inside the NBA presented by Kia. Casey Stern in for EJ, Chuck and Kenny dealing with the college basketball. Isaiah and Lisa are here. These are Shaq's pants. I mean, literally, I don't even know. I'm in New York. This is good for me. That's it.
Who's
Now, should we welcome in?
Doom, doom.
We now welcome to the main stage. He likes long walks on the beach, rap music, and pottery. It is Shaquille.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Naked and afraid.
Look at that boy in them Daisy Dukes. He
Now, how
wants
come-
to party. Look at that boy in them Daisy Dukes. He wants to party. Look at that boy in them Daisy Dukes.
Now, we had a bet in the
thought you was my
pregame.
friend,
We're wondering
Isaiah.
why he has no pants on.
I thought you was my friend.
We
Thanks
had
a
a
lot,
bet.
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard, we've been getting on a little bit, and Shaq said in the pregame show he's going to get 19 points and 8 rebounds. And do you know what he had?
What?
He ended up with 7, I believe, right? 7 points? He had 7 in the first half, then 0. You know what happened to George
That's a shame.
Costanza in the pool when it was cold, right?
No.
Know about that? We'll tell you about it during the break. Should we get to the highlights?
Yes.
Let's get to the highlights. It is the Thunder and the Clippers, at least some of them. There's Russell Westbrook. His pants aren't long enough. He could have used yours. I guarantee you they would have fit.
What?
Mid-range jumper early, 29-18, OKC on top. And then Kevin Durant, Zeke's back in after a day of rest, and he was hot early.
Yes, he was, and this is what he does.
Hits the jumper, 31-23 at that point. Then some three-pointers. It was raining threes in OKC. And Jamal Crawford, Lisa, we know when he feels it, he will shoot the rock. We saw a lot of that in the first half.
Well, Jamal Crawford shows up and shows out. You know, when he's hot, he's hot. But don't forget about what? The baby boy, Austin Rivers, stepped out, knocking down the 3-ball as well.
Career high for Austin Rivers in this game. He and Crawford combined for 62 points. Rivers and Crawford, threes, trading threes. Rivers had 17 and Crawford had 23. Those are numbers just in the first half. We talk about backcourts. How about the second half? And here comes Russell Westbrook, and we know Shaq, he can take over the game when he wants to.
He could take it over, but I said at halftime we got to involve everybody else. He did a good job. Serge Ibaka, 16. Steven Adams, 13. Enes Kanter, 11. That right there, letting the other guys play, that can possibly help them win a championship.
What are we giving this dunk here? I know we had a 6.
So I'm going to get out of 9.
9?
Yeah, I'm going to get out of 9.
Doc Rivers gives it a 9, and he's happy. His boy here hits a 3. Again, career high for Austin Rivers. He was hot all night.
Austin
Clippers
Curry.
played most of their bench, and their bench hung in there. A lot of fight in this game. Doc Rivers will be happy about that, and a lot of aggressiveness, Zeke, here for Jamal
ankles.
Crawford. We're used to seeing that.
Yeah,
Broken
and
ankle.
Jamal, and Chris Webber was right on it. He said Jamal was the old man in the park tonight, and he was playing that well, just shooting it from everywhere. Hash mark, taking it to the hole, everything.
Well, we saw a lot from the Thunder the other way as they come back. Westbrook to Durant. Take a look again.
Great pass, great finish, exciting basketball fans. OKC love it.
Russell Westbrook also can shoot it from the outside. Here it goes from way downtown for the 3 to tie the game at 1:15. Not a lot of defense in this one.
That's what I do.
Later in the fourth, here's Austin Rivers. As you said, Lisa, the baby boy getting it done with the floater. As he and Westbrook kind of went back and forth during this game, especially in the fourth quarter. Here's Westbrook again, pulls it up to tie it at 117. And Shaq, you talked about the supporting cast, and Steven Adams stepped up big, and he does it again here with a big tip in late.
That's right. You just got to let the guys play. He had a lot of points right here. He's working for the guys. The guys are feeding me the ball. I'm hungry. I'm going to work for you guys. You letting me play. And that's all we want from a guy like that.
Clippers were down 2 late. Austin Rivers drives inside. He had shot most of the game, so obviously on their heels a little bit with the defense. Here comes Rivers, drives to the hole, but he misses the layup. Westbrook gets the rebound, and the Thunder hang on. But, guys, how proud does Doc have to be about the way his boys showed out tonight?
Well, they came out and they played hard. They played well. And for the fans who were watching this game, it wasn't a lot of defense being played. However, it was a great, entertaining basketball game, and I think everybody got their money's worth tonight.
Yeah, we had some entertainment in the earlier game as well, which we'll get into a little bit, not just the entertainment of why Shaq has no pants on. You sure you're not cold?
No, I'm not cold.
All right. The bench showed up here tonight, and Lisa, obviously, for Doc Rivers. The rest, because sitting there, if you look at the
just my main man, Isaiah.
They're probably
I
not gonna,
don't want him. No.
I got the most important thing.
Yeah, by the way,
anyway, so.
the wallet is down on the end.
You know what I'm saying, ladies? Let's figure out what a millionaire got up in here. I'll check
no
later.
Is there anything interesting in there?
I'm going to check later.
All right. You find that on Instagram. In the meantime, you know, we looked at the fact that they're not going to move in the seating, so obviously we understood the rest. But the boys stepped up, and that's got to, I would assume the starters even who were benched and rested got to feel good about what they did tonight.
Well, I think Doc Rivers did a big thing here. When you give your bench the opportunity for Austin Rivers, Jamal Crawford to step up, look at their points. Number one, you're saying we could start anywhere, but we're a strong team, and these guys stepping up like this only shows how strong the Clippers can be going into the playoffs, and that's what you want. But he also said something that I didn't agree with. Doc Rivers talking about not necessarily worrying about the chemistry as much as he's worried about being healthy. That could come back to bite them. You definitely need to have that chemistry, so hopefully, as you know, Blake Griffin gets a chance to come back, he'll get a chance to get all his starters back out there and the bench before they get into the playoffs.
You know, on the other side, the Thunder, obviously, they've been playing pretty well. They bounced back. They scored only 82 in their last game, Shaq, their lowest output of the season. Nice to get a win. I know it wasn't against the starters of the Clips, but they played pretty well offensively tonight.
I was anxious to see how they was going to come into this game. I was anxious to see if they were going to play down to the level of their competition. They did that. Right now, they're the third best team in the West. In order for them to move up, they're going to have to learn how to get a killer instinct and keep it. San Antonio, killer instinct. Golden State, killer instinct. I don't want to use the word disappointed, but I wanted them to come out tonight and blow these guys away by 30, 40 to, you know, get ready for the postseason because, you know, as well as they're playing, they're still the third best team in the West. So I was anxious to see if they came out with that killer instinct. They didn't. But in order for them to get to that next level, to move up, to beat the San Antonios, to beat the Golden States, they're going to have to learn how to get people, choke them, put your foot on your neck, and take them out.
You know, you like to see, we talked about Isaiah, the supporting cast stepping up. But for Durant, who took off the last game and rested because he said he didn't care enough about your boys in Detroit, he plays tonight. For him and Westbrook, how important is it to be a cohesive unit now and get that chemistry, as Lisa talked about on the other side with the Clippers?
It's very important for them to have good chemistry going down the stretch. But Shaq hit on something earlier when he said you got to get your teammates involved and you got to be able to trust your teammates. And what Westbrook and Durant's got to do from this point on is make sure that their teammates know that they have confidence in them. And what we saw tonight on the other side with the Clippers is Doc Rivers looked at his bench, put them out there, and gave them confidence. And what Westbrook and Durant, because they're such great players and they're so ball dominant, what they got to figure out a way to do is give the rest of the players, the rest of the teammates, the same confidence that they come into the game with.
Well,
and Shaq hit on it, you know, he hit the nail right on the head when he talked about, you know, trusting and getting your teammates involved. And that's what San Antonio does well, and that's what Golden State does well.
But I think that's also what's wrong when you talk about looking at Westbrook and Durant. Who are their other scorers? And I don't know that they always know that. Serge sometimes has great games, and other times he disappears. Where are those other points going to come from? Because when you get into the playoffs, it's a whole different ballgame. You can just pretty much X out your superstars. They should cancel each other out. Whether you get 30 points, 25 points, the other starters are going to get 30, 25 points. It's usually bench versus bench, and that's where I think OKC comes up short. Who are the other scorers? I don't even know if I can name the rest of their bench players, and that's where I think they will have a problem, and they will come up short again this year.
You know, trust in supporting cast is a good segue to the earlier game tonight, because if there was more trust in their center, maybe James Harden could have kept Shaq's pants on. Most importantly, Rockets fans, showing a lot of support for Craig Sager, which is terrific with the hashtag strong, and that's been huge.
Craig, stay strong,
on Twitter
Craig. We love
and
you.
on Instagram as well. James Harden finds Howard early, cutting for the slam. He had 7 in the first half and 7 total, unfortunately, Shaq, for the game. Powell with a nice dish here in. You know who that is?
Yeah, Pau Gasol, one of the greatest passing big men to ever play the game right there. Just read the defense. The guy cut, threw it over his head. Great play, Powell.
There's your boy Mirotic. Shaq calls him Vitch. He hits the three. Etuan Moore finds Mirotic, and again.
Vitch, what you talking about?
Vitch better have my money.
I don't believe this Vitch left me open.
Oh, that's such a bad Vitch. Here's Jimmy Butler. He drives in and dunks the ball. We're tied at 50. Might as well have fun. It's our last night here. Second quarter, 52-50 the score, and there's Harden driving down the lane, attacking the basket. Halftime, the score was tied at 52. Derrick Rose didn't play in the second half, aggravated that left elbow injury again.
Damn, brittle.
James Harden crosses over Dunleavy and dunks over Gasol. How about this on the replay?
What?
Great one-on-one moves, but Isaiah knows, Lisa knows, those moves are not going to get you into the playoffs. Well, they're in the playoffs. Those moves are not going to get you to the next level. Great one-on-one play, but you need more.
Patrick Beverley had a huge game, 22-7 in this one. Was hot for three here on the step back.
Hot like a pressing comb.
Yes,
Get
it
him.
was. I like that. 71-57 to score. Favor of the Rockets, and then Doug McDermott finds Justin Holiday, and he equals that with a three of his own to cut the lead to 6.
Yay.
And then you know who that is.
Bitch.
There was a point in this game, man. Isaiah was sitting in the back, and I said, Isaiah, Chicago's going to win this game. He said, no, they're not. Because Houston, they got kind of cute, got kind of complacent with the ball, got kind of sloppy. Chicago came back. Michael Beasley balled out, though.
Yes,
and it was interesting, Shaq, when you said that Chicago was 13 down.
13 down.
You sensed that momentum had shifted right away.
And that's the second time in a row. And the irony was you sensed it in favor of the Rockets Tuesday night when they battled back against the Cavs down 19. Here they blow a lead as the Bulls got hot. There's Etuan Moore hitting a three. You see the lead at 6 with under 20 seconds to go. Last-ditch effort, and it's good. Beverly, another three. Cuts the lead at the time to 5. Then Harden, he's got one of his own.
Stir in the pot, brother.
Big free throw by Justin Holiday is missed. Harden goes down. Now take a look. How about the extra pass, finding the vet Ariza in the corner?
Oh, that should be good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Missed it, 3-point win.
Unkind.
That's the second straight win on the road for the Bulls. Why is that important? They were 2-11 in the 13 leading up to that, so they are streaking. Mirotic with 28 points in the game. After the game, our own Craig Sager caught up with Mirotic and Dwight Howard.
Reggie Miller wants to know why you play so much better on the road. You're averaging 8 points at home, 13 and more on the road. What's the difference?
I don't know. I need to figure out why it is because I want to play like this at home. But I'm really happy because especially the last 2 games on the road we won. So I don't know, maybe a little bit less oppression, and so that's all.
Well, my job is to play when I'm out there and go as hard as I can, rebound, block shots, and do what I can to help the team win.
It was obviously a frustrating loss for the Rockets, but how frustrating is it when you can't be out there to help the team and you see the Bulls obviously going to the boards and pretty much having their way in the end?
I hate losing. I felt that we had the game. Our defense was great. Then in the fourth quarter, it wasn't as well as it needed to be. And, we can't have lapses like that, It's a bad loss.
The Bulls went to that small lineup, and obviously J.B. Bickerstaff tried to match it with a small lineup. Do you think that maybe that's overplayed in the NBA now, that the center is just...
I don't think that was the issue. Doesn't matter. I'm not 7'3", 6'11". I can play out, play inside out, especially on the defensive end.
Have you talked to Coach?
I'm just focused on trying to win the next game. That's all I can do.
All right. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Obviously by Craig. So I want to read these stats to you and get everybody's takes.
Wait a minute. That's why Craig Sager is the best.
Oh, of course.
I mean, he goes in there and he asks. He gets right in your face. Hey, what happened?
Here's what happened. 20 shots for Harden, 18 for Beasley, 13 for Beverly. You want to know how many Howard took? 4.
4.
He took 4 attempts in the entire game.
Listen, he was being professional and politically correct. But I knew something was wrong. He said, my job is to block shots and rebound. What about scoring? You didn't supposed to score?
Yeah, didn't say that.
You didn't say scoring. So I know something's wrong. And You know, I think it needs to be addressed. Either he needs to address it with the coaching staff or he needs to just demand the ball. I mean, just...
I'm so tired of us talking about Dwight Howard. Oh, my gosh.
I mean, 4 shots,
like, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's bad.
Let's just go to the next one, because I don't even want to bash him anymore. People on Twitter get mad at me for telling the truth.
Let me ask you a question.
It's just whack.
Let me ask you something. We watched him, and Shaq mentioned it. You said that he's going to tire out because of how much he runs around. All he does, as the other guys have the ball and think of shooting, is run around in a circle. What is he doing wrong? What's he doing wrong?
What is he doing wrong?
However, the guards do have to look for him because us as big guys, we can't bring it up and post ourselves up. So, you know, the guys need to look for him a little more. However, there's a couple of times where guys are just idle, dribbling. It's opportunities for him to step in. Because that's what I used to do. Like, guys dribbling, oh, you don't want it.
I'm going to tell you right now, I would block my own teammate's shot before I stand out there and run up and down the court 50 times and you don't throw me the ball.
Yeah.
Somebody's shot getting blocked on my team in the same uniform. Like, it's ridiculous to watch this guy with this big body, this strong. I'm just saying, it's bad basketball.
Your own team
I'll block the hell out of my teammate's
James
shot.
Harden
did it before.
Yeah, you're not gonna,
You did it before the game.
yeah, you're not going to pass me the ball or I'll get 3 seconds 50 times in a row. Like, something's got to give. And it's not Dwight Howard's fault. I talk bad about Dwight Howard because I don't think he has the right hands. As big as he is, he should be more dominant. But this is ridiculous. And somebody in Houston needs to let those guards know.
Where does Harden fit in? As a guy who's supposed to be the leader of the team, he shoots all the shots.
What is he supposed to do?
He dribbles way too much.
Way too much.
A guy like me, I can never play with Harden because he dribbles too much. You know, I like guys that dribble to go somewhere, not just dribble to, you know, see what you're going to do, then fake you out. Like, if you got to have the ball more than 4 seconds, I think you're ineffective. Like,
but let me ask you this,
even like, you know, Steph Curry.
Right.
Like, even when he goes into his boom, boom, he makes something happen. He's either going to pull up for a shot or get it to somebody else.
But let me ask you this. When you rebound, when you rebound an outlet to the guards, it's like, go do your thing. But once your center run the floor, you better set it up and get the ball inside.
The big man, right?
Yeah, but philosophically, I think it all starts from upstairs. When they said, this is the way we're going to play. We're going to build our team around a three-point shot, around guards.
Those analytics.
Yeah, and in the center position, they went and got, you know, one of the most dominant big men in the league, and they put him in the system.
Well, it's not that many to say.
But wait a minute. But wait a minute.
Most dominant. You got to describe
wait a minute.
Shaq Diesel or somebody, the most dominant.
But they put him in a system, right?
Okay.
That doesn't use the big man.
You can't even find the words, Isaiah. I'm telling you.
No, I can find the words. You just cut me off.
Okay, my bad. My bad. Go ahead.
I got the words.
Make your point about Dwight Howard and how dominant he is.
I'm saying he's in a system right now that really uses and emphasizes the three-point shot and the dribble drive, and it de-emphasizes the center position. So in terms of the organization going out and getting the center like this, clearly this center doesn't fit this philosophical style of play.
Sexy chocolate. Drop the mic.
I just want to, speaking of sexual chocolate, can I switch seats? Because this is crazy distracting.
But
Jack's got literally no pants on.
But what you looking at?
Yeah, that's my eye level.
Look straight.
Raise my seat. This is not the first time that Shaq lost his pants. Take a look at the last time he lost his pants.
Put it on a T-shirt. Just
Underdog set him on fire.
They stole my pants last time.
Gasoline.
Oh, my God.
Well, they gave us an idea for during the break. More coming up on Inside the NBA. Presented by Kia here on TNT. Don't move.
Inside the NBA, presented by Kia, is brought to you by Kia, official automotive partner of the NBA.
NCAA March Madness heads into the Final Four on Saturday. It's Nova against Oklahoma, followed by Syracuse and North Carolina. All begins this Saturday at 6 Eastern on TBS. The last time LeBron and the Cavs faced the Nets, they suffered what looked like a terrible loss in Brooklyn. That was until Saturday. Not when you don't have pants on, bro. LeBron stood and coached on the bench as he watched his team blow a 19-point halftime lead.
Man up.
I hate you so much. I'm taking that badge in your wallet. Just go right to the highlights, really. No one cares. Thank you very much.
Made him lose his focus.
You know, I wrote that myself. All right, here we go. Deladova finds LeBron James for the layup plus the foul. Let's take a replay so I can take a break. Shaq?
Pastor Dominique Wilkham. You know, when I was a youngster, seeing all these guys do work, the fact that LeBron just passed a legend like Dominique, it just shows you that he's put in a lot of work.
Kevin Love did some work, 19 and 10. We talked about him showed out on a Thursday night. Corner three, and then LeBron gets the steal. You know what's happening the other way.
Yeah, and we forget that he's one of the best two-way players in the game also. We talk so much about his offensive game, but defensively, he's just as good.
Here's Kevin Love again with a three. Finds him for the three-pointer. 17 points in the first half. They finished the half on a 27-6 run. Up by 24 to the second half we go. LeBron in the lane. That's a little more aggression, Lisa, than we got from Dwight Howard.
Oh, I love it. You know, King James, I mean, he rises to the occasion.
Good pass.
Here's Kyrie.
Okay, Kyrie.
Take a look, hits the baseline floater, and guess what? Now they look for him, and he finds Kevin Love for three.
You know, when Kevin Love is shooting like this, they're definitely hard to beat. But the question is, in the postseason, can he play like he played tonight?
Lob
6 out of 7 games. Oh, get it.
Boom. Tristan Thompson for the dunk, 91-67.
Get it. Up.
Yeah, again, no dancing when you're half naked. 107-87.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah,
beating teams that you're supposed to beat, putting your foot on them, beating them by 20.
Yeah.
Especially
Cavs
after
look ready.
losing to him last week, get a chance to bounce back. So we had no LeBron James in the last game. He rested. Now he plays, and the team plays well. How important is it for all of you that the rest of the year, we sit there the final few games, whether they clinch the 1 seed or not, is it imperative for him to be on the floor so that we could see, look at how Kevin Love played comparatively to how he looked 2 nights ago when LeBron wasn't on the floor, guys?
I definitely think with LeBron being on the floor, he's the facilitator. As you saw him getting Love involved. Kyrie can do his own thing, but when you are used to having the person who facilitates the offense out there, and when they're not there and you're asking someone else to do it, it's not that the Cavs didn't want to win the game. It was right at the end. They didn't know who to go to because the facilitator was gone. LeBron James is that. He gives everybody the opportunity to be comfortable and play their normal positions. And that's why when the King is on the floor, the Cleveland's very successful.
You know, you look at the Cavs, and they're probably going to end up getting the 1 seed, and the lead that they hold currently, Zeke, over the Raptors. Are they a team that you believe has an opportunity to now go the distance? Is there something you see in this team versus the previous version that says, you know what, maybe they can get it long term?
Well, this is a team that's still evolving. They're still implementing Coach Lou's system. They're getting better at it, defensively and offensively. So they're going to keep evolving throughout the playoffs. Now, the one thing that they have that nobody else has in the East is they have the best player in the East. So they can afford to experiment and make mistakes along the way and keep winning. As we saw tonight, when he's out on the floor, he makes a huge difference because they have 2 facilitators on their team, Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. And when LeBron James is not there, they only have 1 facilitator, but Kyrie's more of a scorer than a facilitator. So LeBron makes everybody better, but in order for them to keep evolving in Lou's system, they got to continue to get in better condition, and their pace has to continue. And defensively, they got to continue to move up the floor and lock down.
You know, Shaq, there was so much talk about the quote-unquote big 3, LeBron, Kyrie, Kevin Love. Can they win the title without all 3 of those guys doing their part in the playoffs?
I say no, because either Golden State or San Antonio is going to come out of the West, and both of those teams are thorough, especially when it comes to, coming down, setting up a play, running the play. But I got a question for you, Coach. Right now, Cleveland is number 1, Indiana's number 8, Detroit's number 7. Who is a better matchup for Cleveland in the first round?
I would say right now Indiana's a better matchup,
Okay.
even though Indiana has Paul George.
Because I was going to say Detroit.
Yeah, I worry about Cleveland in Detroit because Detroit is so unpredictable with Reggie Jackson in three-point ball and the three-point shooting. I think Paul George and that Indiana team is a better matchup for Cleveland than the Detroit team.
I just can't believe you just picked and backed Detroit. I'm surprised by that.
One more time?
I'm surprised that you backed Detroit.
Say that one more time?
Yeah, you heard me. Speaking of the Pacers, coming off a tough loss to the Bulls, big last shot by Jimmy Butler. What happens here? Paul George, step back Jay early. What a great story this year to see him healthy, 17-15 at that point. Then Monte Ellis turns the ball over. On the break, he's got great hair. Alfred Payton
Great
to
hair.
Victor Oladipo.
Well,
great.
Cut that
Strange.
Does not cut that.
Well, it makes him unique. There's the lob. How about Aaron Gordon with the alley-oop dunk?
Whatever.
That's a 4.
31-26, the score. Brandon Jennings, touch pass. Andrew Nicholson, big dunk.
Nice. And one.
Like that dunk.
40-37 in favor of the Magic at that point. Then Nicholson finds Fournier. He's deep from long distance. 16-4 Magic run. He had 13 points in the half. They were up 12 at halftime. In the third, Paul George gets it going. Inbound pass and the drive for the layup. Nice move there. And then we see some versatility. Watch him on the pump fake here as George ends up finding the lane and then scoring. He had 16 points in the quarter, 62-59 Magic. But then a turnover by George, and Brandon Jennings goes the other way. Throws up the jumper before the end of the quarter. 89-79, your score. It's not a Vich, but it's a Vucevic, so I guess it is a Vich.
That is a Vich.
That's a Vich. Jennings to
Vich
Vucevic
who?
for the
Vich
pick and roll.
what?
Victor Oladipo, Monte Ellis for the 3. And then it is Jason Smith. Take a look at this bullet pass. Fournier. There he is under the basket. Easy lay-in.
Right there.
Up 19.
Bad defense, heavy pace.
They win by 20. Indiana, by the way, 2 bad losses in a row.
Wow.
Struggle against the Bulls and lose at home, and then lose by 20 at home to the Magic. Maybe the Cavs should look to play the Pacers.
Yeah, they're not playing well right now.
And the Bulls, the Bulls could still get in.
Which one of the 3 which one of the 2 in the bottom do you think makes it if you buy Detroit? You going with Indiana or Chicago?
I'm going to go with Indiana.
I would pick Indiana.
Yeah, I'm going to stay with Indiana.
However,
right. All going for the Pacers.
No
Pistons
more slippage, though.
Also in there. By the way, Chicago picked up a game tonight. This was Tuesday night. This was just we call it the soft caress. Is possibly what you could call it, and this is the full-blown grope. This is the uncomfortable grope.
You want to call HR?
Yeah. I can hear careless whisper in the back of my head as I watch Shaq's hand on my face. My whole career's led up to this.
Man up.
Man up.
I didn't really know about autism until I had a brother with it, you know. Just the struggle he going through. It's different when you read about something and then you witness how it affects people. You know, it hits so close to home.
Personally, for me, it's just really mixed because I have a son that's in the NBA. Then I come back to my baby boy and watch that he couldn't talk at all.
How was your day today?
So for me, as a father, those 2 kids, it's a very emotional roller coaster.
Be sure to see Hassan Whiteside's full story. It's on Inside Stuff Saturday at 4:30. Saturday, an important day. It's World Autism Awareness Day. Many NBA arenas will be lit up in blue. Joining iconic landmarks to support Autism Speaks Light It Up Blue campaign and the 70 million people affected by autism worldwide. Please join NBA Cares and Autism Speaks in raising awareness for the families living with autism. To learn more, log on to NBACares.com. We shake it up out to Portland, where Jay Crowder and company with the Celtics making his return after 8 games. The Blazers are ready. How well would they play? Celtics inbound, 6:10 on the clock, and Marcus Smart, acrobatic tip. Boston up 3, 40-37. We go to the second quarter. Jay Crowder misses the 3, but Sullinger finds it and then finds Isaiah Thomas. Good name to find for a shot.
And you know, he won't be the MVP, but you know, he's having an MVP season for the Celtics.
Al-Farouq Aminu pump fake, drive to the lane, gets a 2-handed stuff. 64-58 in favor of the Celtics at that point. And then Avery Bradley had himself the quarter. First the lay-in on the baseline. Then how about the drive for the layup? Boston up by 10. We go to the third quarter later. 8-point lead. Aminu blocks Thomas on one end. And then you got to run the floor. And how about the finish here? Let's score this one on the other end from Aminu.
Wrong move right there.
Blazers
Better
making a
move.
push. Up by 8. Speaking of pushing, here's Allen Crabbe. Misses the 3. Ed Davis. Take a look at the tip. 81-81 tie game.
He's a workhorse down there, just like his daddy.
We go to the fourth. Aminu carrying the Blazers first. Open for three, knocks it down. And the Blazers continuing to put it on. How about another three left open again as Aminu? He finds.
He's shooting that thing like Cliff Robinson, ain't he, Isaiah?
Big shot, big shot.
87-83 Blazers at the time. Gerald Henderson hesitates, and then he knocks down the pull-up jumper. The Blazers continue to roll. Here's McCollum creating space, and how about the drive for the lay-in here? Off the bank, puts it in 102-89 to score in favor of the Blazers. Celtics though fight back off the inbound. Evan Turner with the steal. He'll take it the other way for the lay-in. Boston has a lot of fight in them. You got to love the way they play the game of basketball, guys.
Yeah, they keep fighting and they keep playing, and they come at you in a multitude of ways. They can shoot the three ball, and they got a great coach sitting over on the bench that always knows how to draw up plays and get them back in the game.
Isaiah Thomas with a three. Here he drives. He's blocked, but Jay Crowder ends up picking it up and then hits the three. Boston up by one. How about that? Bad luck and some good shooting from 99. In the fourth, here's McCollum, hits the jumper. He retakes the lead. Back and forth we went in this game. CJ had 17 in the quarter. Portland down 2 and possession for the Celtics.
Oh, dang.
Too tricky.
And Aminu is at it again.
Haircut. And one.
28, a career high for Al-Farouq Aminu. 112-109 at the time. They win it 116 to 109 is the final in favor of Portland. McCollum at 17. Lillard had 14 and 4 assists. Meanwhile, elsewhere, New Orleans hosting Denver. The Pelicans, Alvin Gentry getting ready, hoping for a win. At least feel-good wins down the stretch. Here's Dante Cunningham. He ends up putting it in. G, by the way, Alonzo G had 6 assists in the first quarter. Darrell Arthur, he finds a way to get it done.
Okay.
Take a look at the Pelicans, and the other way, here comes Denver finding a way on the scoreboard to cut it down. And then a three-pointer here. Tony Douglas, and then, by the way, you take a look at Arthur with the three, and then Douglas here finds himself. Now, this was a father and son night for Tony Douglas. You get a chance to see that. Here's his boy.
Don't let me whip. Not what I mean, ain't I?
Here's Tim Frazier up the pass from Tony Doug. Gets the three. New Orleans up 56-52 at the half. They were up by 2. We go to the third quarter. Emmanuel Mudiay gets open, ends up hitting the three-pointer as he steps back. Gives them an 1-point lead, 64-63. Tony Douglas, a big night with his son in attendance. Take a look here. He gets the ball. Nice drive. Here's the lay-in. And here's son. Got to be a cool situation watching dad. But how about that?
Watch it. Watch it.
How about that? What's his dad's face, Shaq? What do you think?
I don't know yet.
It's Arthur with the turnaround.
80 to my face.
80-77. I got to keep staring at your face. I don't want to look anywhere down. Tim Frazier finds Jordan Hamilton for the lay-in, 86-82. And then he closes things out with a three. And then how about pulling up for another three? Red-hot Frazier.
Who he play for? Who was that, Isaiah?
I'm distracted.
I haven't seen him before.
Stop looking below.
I'm distracted.
101-95. It's okay, it happens. This is what happens. We're distracted. I can't read. I mean, put some pants on for crying out loud. 101-95. We mentioned Tony and his son. Let's take a listen after the game.
Here with Tony Douglas and his precious son, who is, along with all of us, congratulating you, Tony.
Tony!
Yeah, I know. I'm going to tell him congratulations on a big win, right?
I saw the Pelicans.
What did you think?
Good.
Good?
Daddy won.
How awesome is that? Speaking of awesome, the 2016 Hall of Fame finalists. Best of luck to everyone. Most importantly, the man on my right, the announcement to come on Monday.
Oh, my name's on there? Okay, I didn't see it.
Right.
We don't want to assume anything, but hypothetically, if you end up getting the nod, congratulations on a fantastic career.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
He didn't want to talk about it.
I'll just thank you, and I didn't get here by myself. Guys like Isaiah and Magic, guys that paved the way for me. And as a youngster, I just wanted to be as good as these guys. These guys were legends at my house, so I had the opportunity to go to college and be the first pick and play. So hopefully I'm good enough to get in, but I didn't get here by myself. You know, without this gentleman sitting next to me. You know, I've watched him many times, tried to do what he did many times. And, you know, guys like him, Mr. Russell, Mr. Chamberlain, you know, all the guys that paved the way for me. So if I am good enough to get in, Isaiah, I want to say thank you personally. And Isaiah, if I do get in, I would like you to be one of the guys that bring me up.
I will be there for you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
And
yes.
Proud of you.
If we get in.
And just please wear pants.
Yeah.
Please.
I will.
Just
Mama, Isaiah beat me up and took my pants.
This may be new because coming up we've got Shaqtin a fool, and we may have somebody who's a candidate over on my right inside the NBA coming up. Don't move.
Oh, congratulations, Shaquille.
Did you know that you can buy single games on NBA League Pass? That's right. Every game only $6.99 can be purchased within the NBA app or at NBA.com/League Pass. Time now. Well, it's $6.99, man. Come
it's
on.
$7.
The corner office says $6.99. By the way, Verizon Dunk of the Week. How about Andrew
I believe
Wiggins?
I can fly. I can believe I dunked it in your eye. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and dunk away.
That's right
I
there
believe
with,
I can soar.
with Charles's one shining moment. You're right there.
No, that was terrible.
Yeah, that was
terrible. That's the worst commercial out right now.
You're right there. Shaqtin a fool, by the way, always presented by Hotels.com. It is that time. Here's Captain Obvious.
These plays are good examples of bad examples.
Shaqtin a fool.
All right, Shaq, what do you got for me?
Supposed to sing, man. You don't watch the show?
I do watch the show.
Oh, man.
I do watch the show. I don't sing.
Number one, Russell starts playing lockdown defense on Jordan Clarkson for no reason at all.
What are you doing?
Yep. Yep.
Defense.
Oh, Lord.
Number two, Tariq Black. So many options. What do I inbound it to? Who do I inbound it to?
What are y'all getting?
And one. What the heck?
Who do I inbound it to? Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
I just put it right in the middle.
Yeah. Let him fight for it like the beginning of an XFL game.
Hey, come on, man.
Number 3, Jared Sullinger. I never knew Jared attended the James Harden Academy of Defense.
It's like he forgot to press the jump button in NBA 2K.
Jump man, jump
you
man,
don't think
jump
I'm
man,
a
jump man, woo. Number 4, James Harden will probably be the 2016 Shaqtin MVP.
Oh, my God.
What? What is he throwing to?
Hey, look at the lady behind the coach. Look at the lady behind the coach.
My bad.
Number 5, Klay Thompson. When celebrating goes wrong.
He thought it was in.
You got it.
He already knew it was in.
Yep.
He seemed like confidence. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's right. Jump on. Don't celebrate.
If you
Celebrate.
see any Shaqtin moments, be sure to let us know using hashtag Shaqtin. No, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. Ratzel?
No, I like the Klay Thompson.
Yeah, I like the Ratzel.
Ratzel.
Yeah.
I like the Ratzel. I like
that
the
may
Ratzel
stick.
defense.
That may stick.
Oh, it's going to stick.
We've got much more coming up. We'll put a bow on it in a neato way that you will not want to miss. It's coming up next inside the NBA. Is that like
Defense.
Inside the NBA, presented by Kia, is brought to you by Kia, official automotive partner of the NBA.
It's time for Casey's Neto Stat of the Night, presented by Snitches Get Stitches.
As for the ball, Dwight.
Dude, that's ridiculous. Yo, you like working with these guys, man?
Listen, I don't mind you because you're a veteran, but Lisa, Isaiah, Ratings are definitely down. We have no shot at winning the Emmy this year.
So you think they should be off? Like they
Yeah.
don't belong?
No, definitely don't belong.
Not next to you.
No, definitely not next to me. Don't tell nobody.
I want what?
What you do? What is that?
What do you mean?
Oh man, Casey D'Angelo Russell.
Why you hating on me, Shaq?
I thought you guys should know.
That's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying?
I just wanted more
Man.
Twitter followers, I'll be honest with you. Then I can have 7 instead.
Well, at Lisa Leslie, you can.
Yeah.
That wasn't me, Isaiah.
Yeah. Well, the good news
It
is.
wasn't me.
Well, the good news is
I know it was fake.
it's April Fool's, so it didn't really happen.
It was hacked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy April Fool's.
Happy April Fool's,
Happy
everybody.
April.
Happy April's Fools.
It's been a fun week. Yeah, I
Miss you,
enjoyed this.
Casey.
It's been
Thank you
great.
for caressing me.
No problem.
Please put some pants on.
Here you go.
And congratulations
Right.
on Monday. That does it for us on Inside the NBA. I could sleep in this. We'll see you, people. Have a good one.
Shaqtin' a fool. What?
Don't stop, get it, don't.